A business based in Chittenden County has a new program aimed at helping people transition to permanent housing after living in shelters.
Yeah, it basically gives a second life to furniture and other household items while helping people in need really defray the high costs of setting up a new apartment. Professional movers say it happens all the time.
Pretty much every move.
Customers, for whatever reason, deciding they don't want to bring all their stuff from their old home to their new one.
And I knew that there was a need for it somewhere.
So the 2 men in a truck team based in Vermont's most populous county got an idea.
We're able to reuse it, recycle it, and keep it moving and keep it in the community for its purpose.
The franchise operates a by-appointment only showroom in South Burlington with furniture, electronics, kitchen necessities, and more, all donated during people's moves. Those items are then made available free of charge to families exiting transitional housing.
From the get-go of me being in Vermont 10 years ago, I've always been homeless and off and on.
Brandon here knows how impactful that help is.
I would have never been able to get to my own apartment this fast. I am attempting to do a video for you.
He now has an apartment largely outfitted through the moving company's initiative. Before that, he, his partner, and their child spent time in a family shelter, the state's hotel-motel program, and even lived outside in a tent. They lost their previous housing after falling behind on rent.
For this area, this program is one of the biggest lifesavers.
And Brandon got more than just help defraying the high cost of setting up his new place. He also landed a job with the movers.
So I can actually make sure I'm not going to go back into that spot.
People can shop the donations in the showroom after getting a referral from the housing support team at COTS.
Each and every one of us has a responsibility to our community.
The Committee on Temporary Shelter advocates for long-term solutions to end homelessness and provides emergency shelter and a range of other services.
Everything we do at COTS is aimed at getting folks connected to their community so that when they leave COTS, they really no longer need us, right? It's just a brief stop on the way.
COTS calls 2 Men in a Truck's new effort dignified and predicts it'll give a real boost to former shelter guests as they work to establish sustainable housing.
It's just so helpful, and you can see community coming together to make this happen.
And the project has added meaning for the moving company's general manager.
It's amazing that I've been put in a position that I can give back to my community.
Who spent several months in a COTS family shelter 2 years ago when his lease ended, his wife stopped working after having a baby, and part-time income from a previous job made it really hard to find a place in Burlington's tight housing market.
What they did for my family was just so incredible.
After getting help from a COTS staffer finding permanent housing, and now in a good-paying job, he says he's proud to be able to uplift others by working for 2 Men in a Truck, which sees changing addresses as an opportunity to change lives.
It really makes my heart feel whole. It makes me feel like I, deserved the help that I was given, because now I can give back.
The moving company says the new program is also helping its customers who donate the items avoid disposal fees in many cases. And this spring, during college move-out season, the moving trucks picked up some furniture that had been left on the curb but was still in good condition, helping add to that free showroom for people referred by COTS and also helping save things from the landfill.